Hi, welcome to another Experiential Lit video. Major technological change is happening all around us. You can see it everywhere, from smart homes to self-driving cars. But one that has kept humans with its industries turning the wheel of innovation for over 100 years would be the automotive industry. Vehicles have marked their building blocks from steam engines to early electric, and later development in the field of gasoline engines pushing its limits. Did you know in 1900s, 38% of cars were electric, 40% were powered by steam, and only 22% were gasoline. It is estimated that by 2050, 80% of cars sold all around the world will be powered by electric. Now, as we approach 2022, the modern car has become an accumulation of inventions from both cosmetic and real engineering, including the distant and recent past. In today's episode, let's take a look at how cars have evolved from just a mere idea to making our travels significantly more revolutionized with the inception of electric cars, dating way back to the present day, making an electric comeback. It all started with the cart. Yes, you heard it right, self-propelled cart, designed by Leonardo da Vinci in 1478. The idea was sketched on paper. It was actually never made, but if it did, it would look something like this, a replica that has been crafted and displayed in one of the museums of Italy. Steam power had become a norm with its early invention in 1700s. It had turned to be tried and true energy source for factories and trains. Only in 1870s did steam technology come to cars. The main factor for its delay was perhaps it wasn't that of a practical solution for personal cars. Electric cars have been around a lot longer than today's Tesla models and other manufacturers. In fact, electric cars have existed long before gasoline cars were invented. First battery-powered electric motor was developed by Thomas Davenport in 1834, paving way to electric streetcars. Gasoline-fueled engines, mass production did not come along until 1885. Carl Benz from Germany began the first commercial production of motor vehicles and today to be known as Mercedes-Benz. Later, in 1897, Rudolf Diesel built the first diesel engine. Electric cars are seeing tremendous rise in popularity today for the same reasons they were first popular in 1800s. Back in the day, gasoline-powered cars were better than steam engines, but by no means they were perfect. They needed muscle to power them on by using the hand crank, and changing gears was a task in itself. Electric cars had none of these issues that associated with steam and gasoline. It was easy to operate, no emissions of gases, and most importantly, it was a quiet ride. It started to gain popularity with the urban population. At the time, road infrastructure was limited to city only, and this reason alone was an added advantage for electric cars for short trips inside the city. Electric cars were seen as the best way forward and ready to be adopted by the people for their personal transport. By early 1900s, electricity was easily accessible to most of the population, and with new lead-acid batteries, recharging them had become easy as well. Electric car demand had gone up significantly, that all inventors started exploring ways to improve them. Big investors and names like Ferdinand Porsche, the founder of Porsche Motor Company, developed their first car as an electric, calling it P1 in the year 1898. At the same time, Thomas Edison had gone all in as well to improve and develop better long-lasting batteries, thinking electric cars were the future. End of the 18th century, cars, be it electric or gasoline, were looked as a luxury than a necessity, as they were expensive only for the rich. Something had to be done. Cars had to be built that were affordable, easy to maintain without the need for manual startups and issues that lingered with them. Certainly something that could bring in mass production for all to use on an everyday basis. All this was brought into existence by Henry Ford, founder of Ford Motor Company. Henry was the man for the job. He developed assembly line techniques for mass production that brought down significant cost of a car. In 1908, Model T was introduced. It cost just about 37% compared to an electric car price. That meant $700, an equivalent of $20,000 today for Model T, and an electric car cost about $1,750, an equivalent of $47,000 today. By 1920s, Ford was selling more cars than all other types of manufacturers combined. There was no stopping now. With new crude oil discovery and gas became so cheap, with road development and gas stations popping up across the country, everyone now wanted to be an explorer in their new car. By this time, the electric car had no answer. Battery technology and the infrastructure were not ready yet. With gasoline engines taking care of the starting problems, with an electric starter and getting all other issues sorted out, there was no looking back. Perhaps the final nail to electric cars' future was possibly the gasoline engine's superior drive range, which brought the downfall of electric cars. For now, electric cars had to take a backseat, and it disappeared completely by 1935, until 5 decades later, in 1990s, with environmental impact and health-conscious efforts led to new rules and policies being implemented world over. This sparked automotive industries towards hybrid electric cars and a renewed interest towards electric. General Motors set out in producing EV1 in 1997. It was the first ever mass-produced modern electric car. It was not received well. Only about 800 were made, but due to high cost involved in production and after sales, GM discontinued EV1 by 2001. A strong economy and growing urban population made gasoline the king for decades. Now, electric cars are back and revival of interest is getting strong. In the last decade, Toyota had gone in the forefront by launching Prius, a hybrid electric vehicle in 2000 using latest technology available consisting of nickel metal hydride battery. This made Toyota's plans a reality, and with rising fuel prices and growing concerns about carbon pollution, there was no looking back. Inception of Tesla Motors in 2006 added the boost needed for electric cars. Today, all big manufacturers are rolling out electric vehicles worldwide. With investments and future vision, widespread and capable charging infrastructure at our homes and on-road stations have increased rapidly, with all the needed support from governments and policies further pushing the sales of electric cars. New emerging battery technology and with reduced tax on electric cars, consumers have more choices than ever before. In my view, we are reaching a true revival and a new golden age of electric. However, with experience and knowing the history of electric cars, the question still remains: will electric cars succeed? Or will internal combustion once again claim their dominance? Hope this time history doesn't repeat itself and all of us can enjoy electric revolution. Alright, that's about it. if you've enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing. You can find our other video links in the description. You can support us on Patreon by clicking the link below. For now, you've been watching Experiential Lit. Thanks for watching. We will see you soon in the next one.